So how did you feel about the way the defense responded after the tough game against Tampa?
Yeah, I think. How did I feel? Really and truthfully, I think we just felt it just has to be done. Like, this is NFL football. It's like, it's not always going to be right. And I think these are the growth of where the defense is going. It's like, okay, how do you reset, go again? And then that mentality, how can it be, instead of a week-by-week mentality, how can it become a play-by-play mentality? And that's what we've been talking about over the last 2 weeks, really.
What else do you tell guys about that? Because we take it for granted, right? It's just next play, forget about the one before. But are you actually giving them a process and that one that has worked for you so that
Yeah,
wipe the slate clean?
yeah, it's a good question. I think you constantly have to remind each other, because within this game, there's so many individual battles. Like, it's such an intricate game. It's a game within a game. Like, two people will have an individual battle. If one loses, it might look like the play's won, but someone else is bothered. And it's like, you have to constantly keep reminding, reload, reset, go again. How do I take information? How do I use my technique? All these things. Like, I think if you keep talking about it and you keep breathing it in, just like Mike's talking through with us, the guys start talking about it. And once the guys start talking about it, they truly can reset, reload. And the same for a play caller.
Did you know Drake Thomas had that in his arsenal? On
that hump move, sweet, wasn't it? Drake's doing a great job. Every week you see, it's just so cool to watch. It's one, like I've said with Job and the other guys, it's some of the best things of coaching is when you see guys grow and suddenly start making plays and they start enjoying playing, and that's what Drake's doing right now.
How much of a difference is it when you go against a team that features more gap scheme running than zone? You guys faced a little bit more zone so far this year.
For us, it's just really and truthfully, like, it's not really, because you play looks, you play keys, you play your the blocks you're getting. I think throughout the year, NFL run game kind of stacks on top of each other. There's like a certain amount of runs that they do, and every week you see them, but they reshuffle the pack and it looks a little bit different, but the blocking schemes are the same, and it's not. It's just making sure you understand where the deficiencies are in your defense and who's got the two gap, who can play it, how we move in to like set each other free and stuff like that. And they're the things we talk about.
Did you guys change anything on defense after the miscommunication led to the touchdown in Jacksonville?
Did we change anything? No, not really. It's just the things you change are the reset, the reload, and make sure we get the communication right and we go again. Like, you can't run away from something. It's more about confronting it, making sure we get the information out and we go.
Nick played all but a few snaps in that game, even though Jacksonville had 3 receivers on the field for most of the game. What allows that matchup to make sense for you guys, even though like you would typically have a traditional nickel back in that situation?
Yeah, I think Nick could be a traditional nickel. Like, why can't he? Like, just because of his size and the position he played. Like, I think that when you have a player that has versatile traits, is how you use him. He's got to use correct technique, and it's easier for him if he's in positions that he knows what he's doing. And I think coming out the first week and really, like, he had like some snaps in Tampa and then he came and started here, he done a great job.
The other day we were talking to Leo about Chenna's game. He said there's like a patience to it. Do you see that as well? How does that help an edge rusher have patience?
Yeah, patience, instinct, understanding of where the quarterback is in the pocket and how he relates to him. They're kind of Chenna's superpower, plus like his ability to play the game. Like, he's I know this is like an overarching word, but Chenna's like a really good football player. Like, he understands space, time. He can put himself into body to make tackles in open space, and I think that helps him when he's playing off other guys on the front.
Did that show up on Sunday?
Yeah, it does. To me, I think it's shown up since Arizona game. I think his ability to play off players shows up week in, week out. You saw it on the sack in the Tampa game. Like, he understands when he's moving, he understands who's outside of him, who's inside of him. He can feel this color either side of him. It's a cool thing.
How's he doing in camp?
Chenna's a pro, and when you've played that long, it takes him a bit of time, I think, to get his wind and his down-on-down play. But playing a snap and understanding what to do, that's there inside of him. It's like riding a bike.
You guys played Leo all over the place. Last game, it seemed, especially a lot on the edge. Do you guys go into the game thinking, okay, where do we want him matched up? Is it play to play? Is it how the matchups are going? Like, it seems like it's almost a challenge to figure out, like, where do you want this guy?
That's the coolest part of it. It's like it's not just, to me, it's not just Leo. When you got a group of guys like this, it's how do you shuffle the pack? How do you move them around? How do you get them the matchups? How can they communicate that? And it's the fun part of coaching, you know. It's a bit of both. I think some of it is you go in with a plan, you adjust the plan, you see how he's rushing, how others are rushing around him. You got to create the pass rush ops, you know. Then if you can't stop the run, if you can't put people off schedule, you're not going to get there anyway. So it's a bit of both to that question, I'd say.
Have you told him the new standard is he has to race two guys on the right side of the line?
He does that all the time. Like, it must be fun playing next to him.
As you've shuffled guys around the secondary a lot of this season, how helpful has it been to have Coby?
Hugely helpful. Like, I think Coby is a staple. It's good to have someone that, like, to me, Coby and Joe being there the whole season, the voice of reason, the understanding. I think Coby game took a huge jump this week of playing really consistent down in, down out. And he took it upon himself. Kobe's a proud guy that does things the right way. He came, he corrected, he missed some tackles in the game before, he came, corrected them, and he done a great job.